Hello, and let me introduce myself. My name is Grim. Oh, that's taken, isn't it? Oh, my name is Skeletor. Oh shit, that's taken as well. My name is...
Oh shit, it's Bacon there. Hey, it's the Movie Buff. I'm here to talk about my favourite Halloween films. Oh, that was embarrassing. Oh. I'm not a huge fan of horror films, but some of them are quite entertaining to watch. And some do have good stories. So in this Halloween episode, I'll be counting down my top 10 favourite horror films. I hope you enjoy. Number 10. The Thing movies. Based on the 1938 book by John W. Campbell, The Thing first hit the screen in 1951, titled The Thing from Another World, which was nothing like the book and made it less scary as possible by rewriting the Thing character and changed it to a vegetable alien. I am not joking. There's even a scene where someone calls it a super carrot. It's ridiculous.
Go broccoli, it's your birthday. Go broccoli, it's your birthday. Go carrot, go carrot, go carrot.
No, I don't wanna.
It wasn't until John Carpenter's 1982 version, titled The Thing, that we actually got a proper adaptation from the book. The story takes place in an Antarctic station where a group of researchers get attacked one by an alien creature simply called The Thing, that can take the form of any human, including animals. The 2011 film of the same name is a prequel that takes place at a Norwegian camp before the events of the previous film. I do think that these two films are possibly the scariest movies of all time. I mean, how can you not be freaked out by these films? They're gory as hell. I mean, tell me you could watch this scene without shitting your pants. The films have great effects and a good story, and if you watch these films, you are in for a scare. Number 9. Saw. The film Saw takes place in a bathroom, okay, where two people are chained up on either side. They find a tape recorder that gives them instructions. The tape tells Adam, a photographer, to come up with a way to escape, and tells Dr. Gordon that he must kill Adam by 6 o'clock or his family will die. I personally love the first one, the sequels not so much. It's entertaining and fun to watch throughout. I wouldn't say it's that violent apart from the foot scene. Jesus. I wouldn't suggest watching the sequels, it's basically torture porn. But the first is great, and you will enjoy it.
It's not me who did this to you.
You have to die.
No, I want to live. I want to live.
Sorry.
I want
My family.
Number 8. Frankenstein. Based on the novel of the same name, published in 1818 by Mary Shelley, it's been adapted countless times to movies, television series, parodies, comics, and to the stage. But I do have to say, my favourite adaptation has to be the 1931 version. This film may not be all frightening and less violent than the novel, but it's great to watch. It can be quite funny at times, nowadays, but must have been terrifying for its time. I do got to admit, some scenes are terrifying. The way Boris Karloff just stares into the distance, with no dialogue whatsoever. That's terrifying enough. And Colin Clive as Frankenstein put on an outstanding performance. He seems to really enjoy playing the character in those scenes.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Lamb of God. Now I know what it feels like to be God.
If you have time, watch it. You will love it. Number 7. Wolf Creek 2. I saw this film not that long ago and loved every minute of it. The story is about a British tourist who is hunted by a serial killer named Mick Tyler in the Australian outback.
You're nothing but foreign vermin. A stink introduced species. And it's up to my kind to wipe your kind out.
When I watched this film, it actually wasn't gruesome as the previous film, which was much more darker.
That's not a knife. This is a knife.
But this film is hilarious throughout and bloody entertaining. I just love the character Mick Tyler. He reminds me of a Australian Roy Chubby Brown. I just kept laughing in every scene he was in.
Oh! Sorry, Skippy!
This movie is kinda on the scare level of Frankenstein. Scary in some places, but funny in most places. And I just can't believe Mick Tyler is trying to hunt him down for almost forever, just because he hates foreigners. I mean, really? Well, this film may not be frightening as the first one, but you're gonna find it funny as hell.
You'll have to do better than that! Welcome to Australia!
Number 6. Hollow Man. Hollow Man is about a scientist named Sebastian who has developed a serum that can make a subject invisible. They first try it on a gorilla, which turns out successful. Sebastian then wants to see if it works on humans, so decides to test himself. When the team do, it's successful. But days later, when they try to make him visible again, the procedure fails. Sebastian gets angry and frustrated by the failure.
Fuck you, man. It is easy for you. I was supposed to be in spaceship for 3 days. It's been 10 fucking days, alright?
And day by day seems to have weird side effects, especially horniness for some reason. And eventually psychotic. And I have no idea why this film had negative reviews. I mean, it was nominated for an Academy Award for visual effects, which I do got to admit is impressive. It has good acting, and the story is good too, even though it did rip off from The Invisible Man. It's a great film, and watch it if you can. Number 5. The Fog. The film is set in a small coastal town in California. On the 100th anniversary of the town, vengeful ghosts get revenge on the people who live there, because 100 years prior, 6 of the founders of the town deliberately sank their ship, killing them on board. Once the ship sunk, the founders took their go to build the town, because the ship's owner, who had leprosy, wanted to build a leper colony nearby. Directed by John Carpenter, who directed The Thing, I personally think this movie is much better. It has an interesting story, the effects are brilliant, and this movie has a lot of scares. Especially this scene, which is possibly one of the most terrifying scenes ever.
Hell, it's right beside us. It's big, Hal. It's a ship. It's a big ship. What happened? Did you get wet?
There was a remake in 2005, but it was garbage. I would suggest watching this one. You will crap your pants. Number 4. Shaun of the Dead. Now, I'm sure everybody has seen this film. It was a massive hit when it was released, and is still a huge hit today. It is one of the most successful British movies ever made. On BBC Radio 1, it was voted by listeners as their second favourite film of all time in 2011, and that says a lot. I actually don't know anyone that hates this movie. Even when people talk about zombie films, they always bring up Shaun of the Dead. I might not be a huge fan of this film, but as a horror comedy, it's bloody hilarious. There's also great action scenes, and the filming is quite impressive. If you have not seen this movie, even though you probably have, watch it. You will have a fun time.
Purple Rain. Sign of the Times. Definitely not. The Batman soundtrack. Throw it.
Number 3. The Final Destination series. All 5 films mainly have the same story. In every film, a young adult has a vision of people dying in an accident, which in the series includes a plane crash,
You fucking prick! Oh shit!
car crash, a roller coaster crash, car crashing into people, and a bridge collapsing. Once the person has the vision, he or she will tell everyone to escape the scene.
Get his fucking plane, get explode!
Shut up, Brownie.
You're so not funny.
This is your idea of a joke. We
It's not a joke! It's not a joke! Alex, take it! It's not a joke!
Sound right.
It's going down!
Because they escape dying, death, yes, the actual death, gets revenge by killing everyone in very strange ways. I absolutely love these movies, and to be honest, I love all of them. Well, there was a time I absolutely hated the 4th film. I felt at the time that it ruined the franchise, but by watching it now, it's entertaining as hell. And that's what's so brilliant about these movies. I just look forward to every character getting killed in bizarre situations, and they're never predictable like most horror films, and that's the fun of it.
Oh, you will be! You're dead! You're dead! And you're taking me with you!
Whoa, Death, you're badass!
Oh yeah.
It's something different every time. The movies may have the exact same story, but there's always various ways of Death getting revenge. I would truly recommend these films. They are one of the best horror films ever. Number 2. From Dusk to Dawn. This, I have to say, is my favourite vampire movie of all time. I mean, fuck Twilight, look at this. Now that's what you call a vampire movie, not this. This. The movie is about 2 brothers who robbed a bank and must escape to Mexico, where a contact has arranged a safe house for them. On the way, they take a family hostage and take their RV to cross the border. They stop at a strip club to have drinks. Later on, they realise that the strippers are vampires and must fight to survive. The movie is pure genius. This is my favourite Robert Rodriguez film, my favourite George Clooney film, and my favourite Salma Hayek film, who gives the sexiest dance ever. Now I mean, it's really sexy, you know what I mean? What I love about this film is that it's separated into 2 stories. One half of the brothers taking the family hostage, and the other fighting vampires. It's several genres mixed into one. The action in this is freaking fantastic. George Clooney does give his best performance. Oh, and I also think Sex Machine's gun is the best gun in history. Man, that's bad. You must see this film, it's a masterpiece.
We might be in trouble.
And number 1. It's Scream, baby! My god, I have never been so entertained by a horror movie in my entire life. Everything about this movie is great. The acting, the violence, and of course, Ghostface. Which has to be, in my opinion, the best horror movie character ever. What I like about him, or them, is the voice. It is the most intimidating voice I've ever heard.
No, you listen, you little bitch. You hang up on me again, I'll gut you like a fish, understand?
And also the way he appears. It really does freak you out. And I do like the character Cindy Prescott. She may run away half the time, but at least she fights back. And if you notice, she does kill Ghostface 4 times. I'm amazed she doesn't want to be a cop. She's bloody badass. And she's a good actress too. But my favourite character has to be Stu. He is fucking hilarious. He's really great to watch. The way he's always zany and hyper, unlike most horror villains.
Now you're no longer a virgin. Ah, this is the greatest part. You're gonna love this. We got a surprise for you, Cindy. Yeah, you're gonna love this one. It's a Scream, baby. Hold on a sec. I'll be right back.
When I heard about Wes Craven's death, I was devastated. He was a brilliant director and a master of horror. I would have loved to have seen another Scream film, but if someone does, it won't be as good as a Wes Craven film. He was a genius. And if you have not seen the franchise, check them out. I would recommend the first being my favourite, and the fourth, which is fantastic too. And when you do, you will be terrified and also laugh your head off. Scream is a work of genius.
Everybody's a suspect! Not scared, are you?
Well, that was my top 10. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to leave a comment and give a thumbs up. And happy Halloween!